Hello, it's the 10th of June today and I'm back up the allotment. It's another glorious day. What I'm going to plant out today are my French beans. I went and got the last of the 8-foot sticks and I haven't done these in a wigwam, I've done these in a long structure. So just again make sure that when you put the sticks in that you push them down as far as you can, because as the beans grow up they'll get very heavy, and if your structure's not sturdy enough then the whole thing will fall over, which is not very easy to prop up. Now my French beans I sowed, it was the middle of May, and again make sure you sow your French beans about 3 to 4 weeks before you're due to put them outside. If you do it too early then again they get too spindly, they end up swizzling around each other, and then you just can't prise them apart, and they're incredibly difficult to move. They can't go out until all frost has gone in your area because the slightest bit of frost will kill them, so just work back 3 to 4 weeks before your last frost day and sow them. Now I sowed one seed in half a toilet roll, and I've got 5.5 trays here. Not all of them have come up, but majority of them have. There's one tray. They're doing beautifully. They are about the right size to put out now. They're about 6-7 inches tall, which is perfect. So let's just let me see if I can get one out to show you. Here we are. Okay, so there's just a little one there. That's what's remained of the seed. We've got a couple of little tiny sort of baby leaves here that have sort of split, and then if we look underneath then we've got some lovely roots, but most of them are like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant 2 of these per stick. I got the last of the sticks. I was only able to get 20 canes, so I may end up putting about 3 round each cane, but I will start with 2 and then go on from there. I might have to add. So let me show you how I plant these out in the soil. Now I've placed the sticks about 9 inches apart from each other. If you want to put them a little wider, about 12 inches apart from each other, then please feel free to. Don't put them too close because otherwise they just won't have room to grow. Now make sure that you've turned over the soil. If you've got any manure, stick that in the bottom. I know lots of people sort of dig out a trough and put in a load of sort of potato peelings, carrot peelings and all that sort of thing. If you want to do that, then by all means please do. I tend not to, just because I whack a load of manure on the top and it gets turned in, so that's why I don't dig a trough. Now dig a hole on the outside. I do it on the outside, some people do it on the inside, but I do it on the outside, just in front of the stick. And I'm going to get 2 beans to start with, and I'm going to put 1 either side of the stick like that. Lean them into the stick ever so slightly, and then as they grow then they'll twisty round it. So put them in the hole a little lower than they were in the compost, in the toilet roll, and this will make them a bit sturdier as well. And then just bring the soil all the way round them and firm them in. Now if I do have to put a 3rd one in, I will put it round the back here, so I'll have 2 at the front and 1 at the back. But those two growing up 1 cane I find works very, very well. If you just want to do 1, then that's great. The reason I do 2 is just in case 1 dies and then you've still got 1 going. So I'll carry on doing all of these and I will come back to you when I'm done. Right, there is 1 line of French beans. I've actually mixed both varieties together that I've got. I've grown Cobra this year, and one called Cherokee Purple. I didn't separate them out because I thought, well, when they're growing, one of them's purple and one of them's green, so it's quite obvious to know which is which. So I just thought I would mix them together and they would look pretty. I've got so many beans, I actually did decide to do 3 round each cane, so 1 at the back and then 2 at the front. I've still got some more beans left, and I need to get another 12 canes to finish the rest of those off. So I'll go and I'll go somewhere else, and hopefully they'll have some so I can get those in next week. But what you need to make sure you do now is you need to give them a good water in, and you then need to protect them from slugs and snails. Now the next thing I'm going to get out and plant in are the sprouting broccoli. They're called Lancer. These are multicoloured, so you get the sprouting broccoli, some of it's purple and others of it is white. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that's going to get on. All the plants are about this tall now. I've got 3 trays, so I've got approximately 9 in each. I can see one plant there that's died, it got nibbled. But never mind. So I've got plenty of others to plant out. So let's get starting planting these out. Okay, well, we want to place these plants about a foot apart from each other because they will grow and they'll spread, and the roots will get quite wide. So we need to give them that amount of space to extend. If you don't, then they won't grow very tall, and they won't grow to the best of their potential. So I'm going to sow. I've got 27. No, I've not. I've got 26, but I'm going to do a bed 4 by 6, 4 is 24, and I'm going to give the other spare 2 to my sister. So what we need to do is you need to dig a nice deep hole. Now this hole, this bed actually had a load of manure on it last year, so this was my dumping ground for manure, so it's really rich, it's absolutely fabulous, so hopefully they'll really like it in here. Now we need to take the plant out of the pot, and hopefully you can see that there's lots of lovely roots growing around there already. Actually, look at this. I need to show you this. Can you see these little things here? We need to get rid of these, because these are slug eggs and we don't want those at all, so we will remove those. Now put your plant in your hole, and you want it to be lower than it was in the pot, because as I say, these grow really quite tall, so they need as much help to keep them stable as possible. Otherwise, when they're sort of full of broccoli, then they might fall over. So put them in the hole, fill it round with compost, and then give it a good firm in like that. Okay, so I'll give it about a foot either way, and then I'll plant some more. I'll plant another one there, I'll plant another one there, and then I'll carry on. So I'll finish these, and then I'll come back to you when they're all done. Right, well, there they are. There's the Lancer broccoli. There's 24 in there. Just all I need to do now is make sure you give them a good water in, and then you've got to protect them from the slugs and snails, and then also put a net over the top to protect them from the birds. So I'll do that, and then I think I'll have some lunch because I'm getting a bit hungry. So when I've had my lunch, I'll be doing something else. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, well, I've had some lunch, so I've got a little bit more energy now. Now what I'm going to do now is I've got some more cabbages to get in. Now these ones are called Primero. I'm running out of space. Shh. And I've still got lots more stuff to go in. So I'm going to have to squeeze things in a little bit closer than I would normally want to. I've got some cabbages to the right here, which I planted out a while ago, and I'll show you those in a sec. They're doing really, really well. But next to them there's a little bit more space, and I'm going to plant in the Primero ones. I've got 4 trays, so that's 36. And they're all doing really well. They're all about, you know, 4 or 5 inches tall now, which is great to go out. Some are just a little bit taller. I don't think any have been nibbled, but oh, that one looks a little bit, you know. So basically I've got 36. Now I'm going to plant these out, and I would normally plant them about a foot apart from each other, but because I'm running out of space, I'm going to have to sort of squeeze them in a little bit closer than that. The white cabbages that I've got already in, I'm actually going to, I've got sort of 4, and then I'm going to plant 1 in the middle. So they will have a little bit less room than I would normally wish, but otherwise I just won't fit them all in. So let me show you how to plant these outside. Right, well these ones I think I'm going to grow about 6 to 9 inches apart from each other. This is most probably about 9 inches, to be honest with you. It still gives them lots of space to grow, but they might not get as big as I would want them to get, but they'll still get a decent size. So dig a nice hole in the soil, make sure you've got any weeds out, okay, and then we just need to tip it upside down, tap it on the bottom, and it should come out. Now you can see all the roots in there, they look absolutely lovely. So just place that in the hole, and again you want to put this a little bit lower in the soil than it was in the pot, because it will just give it a little bit more stability when it's growing, and give it a nice firm in. And that's one done, and then about 9 inches apart I will do all the rest that way and that way. So I'll do all of these and then I'll come back to you when I'm done. Right, well there's some of them in there, and the other ones I've actually, I hope you can see, I've planted sort of, if I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the other cabbages, I've stuck one right in the middle there. I hope you can see that. Let me see if I can zoom in to show you. Can you see it? It's just, oh sorry, it's about, I think it's, oh no, there it is, sorry, there it is there. So that's what I've done. I've done one in between each sort of set of 4 cabbages. There's plenty of room. These ones are about a foot apart from each other, so sticking one in the middle of a group of 4 is not a problem, because they've still got plenty of room to grow. But you can see that the other cabbages, these cabbages, they've been in for about, I think 4 weeks, 6 weeks, something like that, and they've done really, really well. So hopefully the others will catch up soon. Now all I need to do now is to give them a good water, protect them from the slugs and snails, and also put a net over the top to protect them from the birds. Right, now the last thing I'm going to show you before I go, I think I've worked hard enough today planting things in, so it's now time to start harvesting. I'm so excited. I'm going to now harvest some of my strawberries. Over the course of this week they've been doing really well. I've actually harvested only 6 so far, and that was a few days ago, but there are lots more red jewels to see, which is fabulous. So I'm going to harvest a load of those today, so that we can have a nice bowl each for pudding. So let me show you how they're getting on. Right, well, I'm just going to show you these ones here. I do actually have loads of strawberries. Over on my other plot, I have an enormous bed of strawberries, which actually has it sent a load of runners out onto the path, which I've been gradually moving into tyres. I've still got loads more to do, but I'm sure I'll get there eventually. But hiding underneath here, we have lots of strawberries growing. They're so lovely, look at them. Oh my goodness, they're wonderful. Lovely little red gems, beautiful, absolutely fabulous. Now, it's also sending out runners. I don't want any more strawberry plants, so I'm going to take off the runners. If you want to keep the runners, then do, but I've got far too many strawberries, and in fact if you take off the runners, then the plant will put all its energy into producing more fruit rather than more runners, more plants. So even if you want more strawberry plants, if you take the runners off now, it will send out more later in the season, so don't worry about that. So let's start harvesting. You want to make sure that it's nice and red all the way round. If it's red on the top and green on the bottom, leave it for another couple of days. Okay, but if it's nice and red on the top and just slightly pink underneath like this one is, then this one will be fine. Don't pull the fruit off like that because you'll damage it. What you need to do, if you don't have a sharp nail, use a pair of secateurs, but basically all you need to do is just push it with your nail and it will come off. Pinch it with your nails and it will come off. Okay, so you see this one isn't quite done underneath, so I'm going to leave that one. I'll just turn it over a little, and that one's done. So I will go round and I will harvest lots and lots of strawberries, and when I've filled my tray I'll come back and I'll show you what I've got. Right, that's the first major harvest. I know it's not a huge amount, but considering as a couple of days ago I picked 6 and then a few days later I've managed to pick these. There are loads more that are nearly done but not quite, so I expect by Monday they will be done, and then I'll be harvesting a load more. So I expect on Monday I'll most probably have like a tray full, so that's great. So I'll take these home. We'll have these with pudding, I expect with some ice cream, and hopefully they'll be really nice and sweet because the other ones were. And then when I start to pick loads and loads of them, then I'll start to make some jam. But hopefully that will be I'll be making jam in about 2 or 3 weeks time maybe. So that will be great. Right, well, that's all I'm going to show you today. I'm just going to stay here and do a little bit more weeding, but I think that's going to be it for today. I've been down here for nearly 4 hours, so I'm absolutely shattered, and you need to go home and have a sit down, I think. But I hope you found what I've shown you useful today, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.